Okay, today, well, this is another science fiction. Some people, some of YouTube commented me, they really like my science fiction stories. Well, I can write it. I'm going to come in here and write a science fiction today. Another one. Know what that is? This one is another one I just brought out my mind. Written by me and produced by me, way. For that too. Now, as you know, I get abducted by an alien, taken far, far away galaxy, and I realized I had to get back to Earth. But the problem is, this is a very gigantic space man. What I did is I went and I killed these aliens dead. How? I went and found out where they kept the space suits. Got in one. And after getting a spacesuit, I evacuated the air, evacuated all the air into. I did is I ended up the transporter locked on all of them, and beamed them all into deep space and left them there to die and floating in the midst of the cosmos, basically. Anyways, after that happened. What did I do after that? Well, I realized that I'm stuck out here in a galaxy with not knowing anything about this spacecraft, not knowing about a gigantic galaxy-class star cruiser, and trying to figure out how to operate it, and having 4 or 5 other 10 people on Earth. I didn't know how to operate it. We were looking at control, figuring out. I'm looking at control, looking at a computer screen, and try to figure out, well, I couldn't get Googles or that are too far another. So I just sort of eventually, I figured them out. Eventually I figured it out, because hey, that's computer. Maybe if I can get the controls to a point where I can, maybe then, okay, this is thruster, this is left, this is right. Okay, now, this moves the ship forward. This will move in reverse. I realized this and that in the control. And this is where the course. I went and found the ship computer, looked at the course set what they were using, and I looked again at it. And what happened was, I looked again at it, and I figured, okay, maybe. I think with 4 or 5 other people, other brave lady we're trying to figure out how to turn this thing around and get it going. And after we eventually did figure out, I did figure out how to turn it around, and including our mate Mr. Shirrie on board, he tried to figure things out. Well, finally I figured it out, yeah? Once I figured out how to get it, do you know what happened next? When I figured out and how to get it, how to turn this thing around, and I did plot a new course back to Earth, but not knowing this galaxy, not knowing how many alien ports are there. And then all of a sudden we turned around, and lo and behold, I see a target out in the galaxy. That's it. That Doctor Who? Yes, it is. The Doctor Who? Hey, the Time Lord. Maybe he can help us bring this, turn us back out. Well, he stopped, and I told him what the targets came aboard. He had got on board. We had a great conversation about this. The Time Lord. He said to me, "Well, I can get this ship back to Earth, and the problem is Earth's not ready for such a big ship. And you yourself, we did a very, very good job on piloting it for somebody who didn't know how to pilot a ship. Again, we did a very good job. And that, well, we're gonna have to really help we get it back to Earth. But also, I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna bring the ship back. What I'm doing is bring it back about 5 minutes prior to disappearing, but." To get it there, gonna take about 5 years. So, and if people say, wow, 5 years, that's a long time. But Doctor, don't really worry about it. I can reverse time back to about 1 minute after your adduction reappear. Anyway, so how about that? Oh, that's smart. Okay, how do that? Well, I can do that for a Targus, Anyway, so I thought, and we sat down, and we got the ship. When he got around, we tried to find it, but we were sitting there and said, after, first year on board, it was, hard. Of course, a lot of lady and holographic doctor knew a vital sign, and it was difficult because we were going through space and we were stopping at certain locations in galaxy to get fuel or vice versa. Finally, we managed about 3 years later, we managed to leave the neighboring galaxy there and managed to entering Earth galaxy, and then we got there and started entering our galaxy. Then finally we reached planet Earth, but 3 years later. Then I said, how are we going to get backwards in time? Well, don't worry, we will do it. We can do it within minutes. I mean, how long? But not long. Just, he said, turn to Targus, activate Targus. And what did he do? He would send up backwards in time to 1 minute after disappearance. We reappeared all in the same spot where we picked up from. And all I remember is 3 years traveling through space, but of course nobody believed my story. There you go. Now, sort of thinking of it, in any actually space travel, doesn't matter how far I can travel in the galaxy or where you traveled in the galaxy, guess what? You can, you're always going to come back to where you come from. See, homing instinct will bring you back to where you came from. I can travel to far, far away countries like Japan. If homing instinct will bring me back to Hamilton regardless. Same thing applies if far, far away in another galaxy, my homing instinct will bring you back to Earth. It's nature's way of bringing you back. So even though I left Montreal, it's coming back easy. Getting there can be difficult. Doing uncharted territory, going back to a bomb city, uncharted territory. So you know what? It can be an experience I won't forget because I gotta play this by ear too.